And my wife won't let me eat any of that stuff. Tell you what, I'll give you $10 for that thing.
Yeah, me too.
Fast food is one of the biggest money-making industries in the world. But have you ever stopped and wondered which restaurants dominate the game? Well, here are the top 10 most profitable fast food chains.
If I sell 2 sandwiches for $10 each, that equals money.
Subway.
Is this Subway the transportation system or Subway the sandwich shop?
Even though Subway has been falling behind a little bit and has been under a lot of fire in the last few years, it's still considered the largest fast food chain in the world, at least in terms of the number of outlets. Initially known as Pete's Super Submarine, Subway was first founded in 1965 by 17-year-old Fred DeLuca in Bridgeport, Connecticut. What started as a small submarine sandwich shop to help pay for DeLuca's tuition quickly turned into a worldwide sensation.
Oh, and it's gone viral.
Soon enough, Subway began expanding and franchising all around the world. Today, there are over 40,000 locations in operation. Subway revolutionized the fast food industry thanks to its healthier menu offerings and the ability to customize your subs to your liking. Even though in recent years the chain has closed a good amount of locations, around 2,400 outlets worldwide, it still managed to generate pretty impressive revenues, $10.4 billion, which is a slight increase from past years.
Yeah, making money.
Starbucks.
Our coffee costs $1 billion. This is Starbucks.
Starbucks is easily one of the most famous coffee house chains in the world, and how could it not be? With its iconic, customized cups, signature drinks, and thousands of locations, chances are you've been to a Starbucks at least once in your life. And since it was founded back in 1971, it also makes it one of the oldest coffee house chains. There are now over 32,660 stores operating in 76 countries.
We are international businessmen.
Starbucks built its business model on selling high-quality coffee beans, good service, and unique flavors, which obviously all paid off as the company keeps on growing every single day. Not only because of its growing popularity, but also because they continually update their coffee and beverage menus. Needless to say that with a menu of over 87,000 drink combinations, you will never run out of ideas on how to make your Starbucks experience magical. However, because of the pandemic, Starbucks can't deny that it took a pretty hefty hit in sales, but that hasn't stopped it from slowly climbing back up the ladder.
We need to figure out how we're gonna survive.
Taco Bell.
And I get crammed in by the Taco Bell coupon.
Taco Bell, everyone's favorite hangout spot after a night out, a stressful week, or just a regular Tuesday. Taco Bell first saw the light of day back in 1962 in Downey, California, when Glenn Bell decided to open his own restaurant. And yes, in case you didn't already know, Taco Bell did inherit its name from the owner. Taco Bell is now one of the most popular fast food chains in 31 countries with over 7,000 locations and serves more than 40 million customers each week in the U.S. alone.
So many people.
As the name suggests, the chain specializes in, yes, tacos, but also nachos, burritos, and quesadillas. In terms of revenues, the last few years have been particularly successful. In 2020, the chain reported a 1% growth in same-store sales, as well as an increase of more than $1 billion in digital sales. Their ability to adapt and quickly respond to the pandemic's changing restrictions played a huge role in Taco Bell's advancement, especially thanks to its Go Mobile restaurants, which offer contactless curbside pickups. Keep it up, Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's good social distancing. Real good.
Wendy's.
Okay, Wendy's. We love Wendy.
Known for its square patties and one-of-a-kind Frosties, Wendy's knows a thing or two about good business. The chain was first founded by Dave Thomas in Columbus, Ohio in 1969, with the goal of providing his customers with fast, hearty food, all in a family setting. After one successful year, Thomas opened another location, which had the first modern drive-thru window among fast food restaurants. And after that, it was only a matter of time before Wendy's blew up. The restaurant can now be found in over 29 countries with 6,500 restaurants. Wendy's raging prosperity prosperity is mostly due to its extensive menu that keeps on evolving. From burgers to salads to unique sides, and now even breakfast combos, you're always sure to find something to satisfy your craving.
You have to come to the restaurant to order food.
Well, I'll send somebody to pick it up. Just have it ready.
And it's ready now.
Like many other restaurants, Wendy's has focused on the future of the fast food industry. Due to the pandemic, it began increasing its digital outlook. Wendy's saw an increase in its app downloads by 15% and now plans on developing artificial intelligence-enabled apps to predict customers' tastes by analyzing patterns of past orders. Overall, Wendy's had a minor increase in revenues to $1.73 billion in 2020. Not a bad chunk of change.
Here we go. Profit, profit, profit.
Sonic Drive-In.
Drive carefully. Thanks for coming to Sonic.
We'll see you next time.
May the force be with you.
All right.
With its drive-in concept, car hops, roller skates, and retro theme, you can't help but feel transported back in time whenever you visit the restaurant. Sonic got its start back in 1953 in Shawnee, Oklahoma, and was founded by Troy Smith. What started as an abandoned root beer stand serving burgers and hot dogs quickly became one of the biggest quick-service restaurants in the U.S. There are now over 3,500 Sonics operating in 46 U.S. states, and it doesn't seem like it's going to slow down anytime soon.
Slow down? I can't slow down. I'm running a $6 billion company. If I slow down, the company goes under.
Known for its broad menu of carnival-like items like burgers, corn dogs, milkshakes, and cheesy tots, Sonic knows how to deliver exactly what the people want: quality and tasty food. The chain generates pretty impressive yearly revenues, around $4.6 billion in 2020 alone. By constantly updating the menu and offering fast and friendly service, of course your chain will do well, and Sonic is living proof. Integrated customer engagement now allows off-premises ordering through the web, which increased sales like crazy and contributed to a customer boost like no other before.
Oh, finally, a customer!
Domino's.
So I guess only Domino's is allowed to sell pizza now?
Domino's has been competing for years with Pizza Hut to land the #1 spot as the largest pizza chain. And while the title's been going back and forth, as of 2020, Domino's is the proud holder of the title. With almost 16,000 stores across 85 different countries and $4.117 billion in revenue, it's not that surprising the chain's so famous. Domino's, founded in 1960 by brothers Tom and James Monahan, started out selling only 2 types of pizza. Obviously, the menu significantly expanded over the years, and today there are about 34 million possible pizza combinations.
That's a lot.
Not only does Domino's offer a ridiculously high number of choices, but it was also the pioneer of fast delivery with its 30 minutes or less guarantee. This alone has become an industry-wide expectation every pizza chain needs to meet if they want to compete with Domino's. The chain also has one of the best developed apps in the business, with a trusty tracker and online ordering, giving them another advantage in the fast food game. Domino's sells around 3 million pizzas every day globally and keeps expanding more and more, mainly thanks to its cloud kitchen concept, which more restaurants are doing since delivery apps are becoming increasingly popular.
You want to order a pizza?
That doesn't sound very exciting.
But now you can follow your order online.
KFC.
Now give us $5.
Is there anything more satisfying than seeing that giant bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken with Colonel Sanders' face plastered on it? Arguably, no. KFC is one of the oldest fast food chains and also one of the most successful worldwide. It all started back in the 1930s when Colonel Harlan Sanders began selling fried chicken from his roadside restaurant in Corbin, Kentucky during the Great Depression. Today, there are over 25,000 locations in more than 145 countries, with China being the biggest market. The chain has a brand value of $8.3 billion only in China and has over 6,600 outlets there. KFC was the first American fast food chain to open in the country in 1987, and it became a symbol of the country's rapidly reforming economy. Of course, the United States is a close second in terms of popularity, locations, and income, as the red and white striped bucket was invented here.
What, did KFC go out of business?
As the pandemic hit a lot of businesses hard, including fast food chains, many KFC outlets had to shut down. However, despite the huge amount of restaurant closures, KFC still managed to increase its revenues to $27.9 billion in 2020, which is pretty impressive considering. It seems that nothing can stop KFC from thriving.
But they thought it was doing product integration for KFC.
They should whine about it.
Burger King.
You're dressed for Burger King. Should we make it Burger King?
Famous for its giant Whopper, Burger King has come a long way since it first opened back in 1953. Back then, it was called Insta Burger King, and it opened its doors in Jacksonville, Florida, where it served signature flame-broiled burgers, milkshakes, and fries, just like today. The chain got bigger and bigger, and by 1967, it was the second largest fast food chain in the country, right behind McDonald's. The home of the Whopper is now spread out over 100 countries and has 17,800 stores offering an extensive range of burgers, sandwiches, fries, hot dogs, and even tacos for a while.
They sell everything here. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
BK recently launched a $1 menu called the Your Way menu, which has been a raging success with customers. The menu consists of 4 items: a bacon cheeseburger, chicken junior sandwich, fries, and a soft drink. But despite demand going up, it didn't stop sales from dropping 11% due to the pandemic. We can still easily say that with a revenue of just over $20 billion, it still didn't do too bad.
We still got it. We still got it.
Chick-fil-A.
The sales for Chick-fil-A went through the roof.
Yes, another fried chicken fast food place. What can we say? America just really loves fried chicken. Chick-fil-A was officially opened in Atlanta, Georgia in 1967 by S. Truett Cathy. Funnily enough, the chain didn't start out by selling the now famous chicken sandwich, but rather hamburgers. Often credited as popularizing the chicken sandwich, it all happened when a local poultry supplier approached Cathy, saying he'd produced too many chicken breasts.
Cleveland, what should I do with this?
Accepting the supply, but not knowing what to do with it, Cathy decided to put it between 2 buns, and voila, the new sensation was born. But aside from its signature sandwich, the chain also offers a broad range of entrees, salads, sides, and sauces. It didn't take long before Chick-fil-A started to skyrocket in popularity, not only because of its tasty menu items, but also because of its friendly and polite service. In 2016, the chain was even named the most polite chain restaurant by QSR magazine. Today, there are about 3,000 Chick-fil-A across the country, as well as a few new outlets in the UK and Canada. The chain is now among the largest fast food chains and has a yearly revenue of about $10 billion.
That's huge. So huge.
McDonald's.
I'm a powerful man, Simpson. I can walk into McDonald's, order soup, and they'll make it.
Of course, McDonald's would be a part of a list of most profitable fast food chains. Everybody knows McD's. Heck, apparently the Golden Arches are more recognizable worldwide than the Christian Cross. Founded in the 1940s by 2 brothers, McDonald's has now become the second largest fast food chain in the world. There are over 39,000 restaurants in more than 100 countries, all offering signature meals catered to the country's taste, which is part of what makes the restaurant so great. McDonald's also sells more than 75 hamburgers every second and serves an astonishing 69 million people every day.
This is so
Sure, it did suffer some setbacks due to the pandemic, but nothing too major. Around 200 locations were closed, and the annual revenue fell from $21.8 billion in 2019 to $19.2 billion. With a new McDonald's opening every 14 and a half hours, it shouldn't be too much of a problem to recoup.
You have your own McDonald's? No way!
Order up more great videos. Just tap or click and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad.